Alright, guys. So I made the mistake of typing comic books into the search engine of YouTube. And my god, man. I've never seen a I've never seen anything like this, man. Like every video is I guess flippers, like, you know, head in their hands, big frowns on their faces. The world is coming to an end. You know, that stock market thing going pointing down to to zero. what happened in the last couple months? Me, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, worth something, worthless. It doesn't matter to me. Man, I collect what I like, and I like what I collect. That's why it's so hard for me to get rid of stuff. But man, I'm just like I'm looking at this. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? It's just like these are guys in their 40s, man, acting like 40s and 50s, man. Like these man babies or something. And I just don't get it, man. And just like find a new hobby. Aren't you guys all going like video games or something now, man? But I do have a small haul here. There was a 50-cent sale, and I managed to only find 3 books that I really wanted. Um, and I got some of my Christmas stuff, and I'm actually threw something in today that I just literally picked up a couple hours ago and read. So, but before we get to that, we gotta get to our from the tomb. Our two from the tomb. This is a tale of 2 issues. The first one is The Punisher, annual number 2. This is my first introduction to Moon Knight. I had never read anything by him. I was strictly a Punisher collector for Marvel, and the other series I collected was G.I. Joe. Um, so none of these universes really clashed together. So the only time I really got to read anything from the Marvel universe was when they made an appearance of the Punisher. So Moon Knight, and I really liked the character. After reading this, I started buying a few issues. I believe it was Mark Spector, the Moon Knight. Uh, it just right in the height of my beginning of my comic book collecting career. So it was like 1989, I guess this came out. I remember just seeing this cover first of all, like, whoa, man, what the hell's going on? I had no idea who Moon Knight even was. Uh, but it made me it's like my first introduction. It started to get me on buying a couple of different things from Marvel. So uh, Will William Reinhold, Bill Reinhold cover. So, but yeah, this is just one of those gems I managed to pick up off the rack back in the day. And I think I picked this up off the newsstand because yeah, 89 between 89 and 90. That's when I started going to comic shops. I was still buying off the newsstand when I was still collecting the Punisher. I can't remember what made me go into start having a pull list with the Punisher. I think I missed an issue or something like that, and I ended up having to go buy it there. And then, behold my surprise, they actually had back issues, which for those maybe too young to remember or don't know, man, if you missed that on the newsstand, you were like, good luck, man. You were like getting out the pen and paper and writing a Mile High Comics, trying to trying to piece together a run back in the day. But once stepped into a shop, there was like I think I just jumped on at like issue 18, so they had like 16, 17, 18, and the Punisher was a real hot book back then. First issues, behind the glass and all that kind of crap. But that was my first introduction to Moon Knight. Then it comes to this issue here. And by this time, it's like 92, 93, I guess. Uh, I'm starting to jump off the train with the Punisher here. Um, I collected this most of this run here of issue 64 and up. But I remember just like by issue 75, I was done. But this was the beginning of the end for me. You know, by that age, you know, I was probably no, yeah, about 17, 16, 17 years old, yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah, right around that age. And I was like, you know, start want to, date women and stuff like that, women back then didn't care about comics, man. Let's just face it. Other funny, other kids seem to like it now, but back then, this was you weren't getting no play with that, man. And no chick wanted to worry about what the hell was going to go on with issue 6 of 60, 68 of I was going to say issue 68 of Euro hit from the Punisher. They weren't having that. They were like, I want to go to Chili's. Take me to Olive Garden. That's where my money ended up going. So, but being in hindsight, maybe I should have just finished that whole run. But yeah, this issue will always remind me. Like I should revisit it. Be honest and reread this 7-issue arc. But by issue 75, that one with the embossed cover, I was pretty much okay. I have no money left. It's going to women and all that stuff. So, but yeah, it always reminds me. Every time I see that issue, I was like, yep, that's the beginning of the end for my comic book collecting career for 2 or 3 years. And no, that wasn't my wife's voice. I met her years later. But like I said, I went to there was a 50-cent sale. I'm being a little on the safe side of what I buy. Trying to fill runs, trying to fill not get too much into anything else. I'm looking for certain things, and 50-cent bins are probably not where I'm going to find them. But I did manage to find. So if you saw last week's episode, I was looking for issue 2 of this because I picked up issue 3 for $1. So I ended up getting this whole run for a total of $2.50. So it's the Crow, Dead Time. Great James O'Barr cover. But super happy to finally get this run collected. And I love when I can buy finish runs and not pay more than $1 each for each issue. And that's always like you can see the artwork in here. Granted, it's not the mintiest condition, but like I said, who gives a damn? Next up, I picked up Youngblood issue number 3 from the great Rob Liefeld. I believe this is the first appearance of Supreme. This is one of those issues that I always see in the bins. 25-cent bins, 50-cent bins. Take a look here. Yeah. Sorry if you hear buzzing in the background. It's hot as hell up here, so I got the fan running. I've always wanted to read the Alan Moore version or arc of Supreme. I ended up finding, I think, the second issue he worked on, I ended up paying a quarter for that. So, but I really want to find the first part of that first part one of that series. Then I can read the second part. So I'm trying to give it. Then I might just put together that run. I think it runs for 15, maybe 15 issues. There you go. I'll leave that. The Supreme out there. Next up is a book that I have never read. It's the Black on Black. That's what's pretty cool too. I don't know if my phone's probably not picking it up. Let's take it out of the bag. I've never even looked at this before. I was gonna wait till be on camera to look through it. This is, those that don't know, Jim Lee's character. So I figured I'd just like take a peek at it while live for the first time. I've seen it millions of times through the dollar bins. I mean, it's a mainstay there. Um, if I remember correctly, there's lots of controversy about this issue, that it got delayed so many times, and I think like it was months between each issue. Somebody might know better than me. Let me know down below. But yeah, that's pretty sick right there. Like I said, I've never even flipped through this book. It's always been there, and so I was like, for 50 cents, I'm gonna just pick it up and see what the hell it's about. Now, this character right here, the Grifter, I want to try to get his miniseries. I always find parts 2 and 3. So, but I don't find anything else from. It's almost got like a Frank Miller Sin City vibe going on here. Yeah, almost like the Yellow Bastard, almost. This came out, what, 92, 93? And then how dark it is too. That reminds me of a lot of the erotic comics also that I collect. Yeah, literally, like. Almost the same exact shape and everything. Like, it's crazy. Huh. But yeah, like I said, it might be. I don't know if I can get it there. You can see it's black on black, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, that was my 50-cent haul. All three of these books. It's nice when I can go to a shop and just only spend $1.70 after taxes. Yeah, walk out with 3 things for my collection. Well, 2 things definitely for my collection. I wasn't sure about this one, but yeah, I'm gonna give that a chance and read it. I mean, I'm not expecting a whole hell of a lot, but all right. So I talked about this book a couple months ago. My wife was nice enough to get it for me for Christmas. So I ended up pull this out just a little bit. There we go. So this is a Fantastic Four Grand Design. I've talked about this. I've recommended it to people. If you're gonna buy this story, this book, you have to buy it in the oversized edition. I forget what Marvel calls them. DC calls them like first editions. Shoot, I'm losing my train of thought, but Treasury edition. That's what it's probably literally written on here right in front of me. But if you're gonna buy it, especially the Fantastic Four, I have X-Men Grand Design, and I'm gonna pick up the Hulk Grand Design. I think it's coming out shortly here, but specifically for Fantastic Four Grand Design, it's a must that you buy it in this format, because it was made for this format, I believe. Uh, if you buy it like in the regular comic book issue size, modern size, I guess, each one of these panels, I mean, you could put literally put like a quarter over it, and it'll block it. So it's I enjoyed it, but he put Tom Scioli put yeah he put everything he had into this two issues that he could fit in there, and he used every bit of this space. I mean, but yeah, I was so glad to get this finally. I'd like to get it signed too, because a lot of the kayfabe guys do signings here. But the cool thing also about this is they reprinted this monster, and it's a book that I've always wanted to get. I'm always looking for this issue. For not that I collect Fantastic Four, but I always thought that was just such a cool cover. You know, this monster, and the coloring's by Ed Piscor. But yeah, so now I got the story to read, so I don't have to worry about finding it. But yeah, get a chance, definitely pick this up. And it shows the covers for the other issues that came out. I ended up picking up this one. You had Piscor, Dark Knight variant, and I ended up picking up Jim Ruggs variant. So, but definitely, if you're gonna buy this, Fantastic Four Grand Design, pick it up in the Treasury Edition. You won't be sorry. So the last book I picked up today, I picked it up today actually, or a couple days ago when this finally comes out. But I was getting ready to leave. I just needed backing boards, and I stopped at a shop that was near the Walmart. So I stopped in there. I did grab some backing boards. Just been out for a while. I was standing in. I found another issue that I'll be showing in a second here for last week's books this week. But they have like a rack where they're like older trade paperbacks for like $3. Uh, Super cool. They're not the greatest condition, but if you like reading comics, you know, uh, this is the way to get your fill for $3. Probably better than most of the stuff that's on the shelf, you know. But I ended up picking up Weapon X, the story that ran through Marvel Comics Presents. I think it was issue 72 to 85. I could be wrong on that. I own maybe 2 or 3 parts of that. I know I own the first part one of that series, and I own the other one. Well, the cover's right here actually. Might probably be the last part. I can't remember what issue it is. But the one with this cover right here. The Barry Windsor Smith cover. But like I said, I never read it through. My God, man. This is an absolute masterpiece. So if you can buy this book, I wish they had more, man. I'd pick them up and do a raffle or something like that. But if you get a chance to read this, do it. I like to read it in this version. There was no way in hell I was going to be back in the day reading 12 parts of a comic series that I wasn't collecting and had no idea about. But I did find that Weapon X Part 1 in a dollar bin. So I ended up picking up. I was like, oh, maybe eventually, read this or whatever. But I had no idea how good it was. And this thing's just, it's so good. I don't even know what this it's almost like a Frankenstein story, if you think about it. You got a Dr. Frankenstein type character. Wolverine is I guess the Frankenstein monster. Yeah, you got the Igor, the assistant, But this is just, it's hard to explain, like, how good it is, but it's good storytelling is the best way to put it. It's the visuals line up with it. Uh, and it made me really want to go out and check some of Barry Windsor Smith's Conan run. I read an issue here and an issue there, but I really want to probably go back and revisit that through trades. I'm not going to try to collect issues or anything like that. But just how good the storytelling was and how good the art was in this book. For $3, I think this is probably my favorite purchase of a long time. So. All right, so Mr. Riggs will like this one. I really didn't have anything. I didn't stop at my local shop. I was just, like I said, down at the Walmart. And there's a shop down there, so I ran in there real quick. And something else caught my eye on the way out. I was looking through some of the newer stuff that they had. I really don't buy new stuff off of, except for my one local shop. But I saw this, and I was like, oh, Riggs, collects this book, so I figured I'd pick it up. It has, it's Jim Bled's tarot, I should say, Witch of the Black Rose. It has two of my favorite things in comics. I got monsters and Greenfield font. But yeah, as soon as I saw this is a head turner kind of book right here. Jim Bled, I had a chance to meet him a couple years ago, but because I was a fan of his Catwoman books back in the day. But I had no idea until I started watching Mr. Rigor Mortis 86, link down below, video about this series. And it's one of them series, like this is issue 136. And so I've known Mr. Rigor Mortis probably for what now, 6 or 7 years. And it was probably getting to issue 100 when I finally found out about it. So, but as soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, this is a must get for me. So. I'll take a look at the insides too. So you get a little sneak peek. But yeah, I'm glad I found this issue, man. I was like, just walking by, and I was like, whoa, look at that green font. Look at that green coloring in the title. That's an eye catcher. Alright guys, thanks for watching this vid. Well, no, man, almost 24 minutes here. Check out the links down below, of course. Check out my Instagram. I'll probably put that that one up on her so you get a better look. But I should have another video coming out next week. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a haul. I got another idea, but we'll see. But thanks again for watching. If you made this far, thumbs up. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time.